Okay, today we're going to talk about integration with ActiveCampaign and creating the merge tags, hidden URLs, and the list and form for adding into easywebinar for your easywebinar events. Okay, so the first one thing I want to do is I want to delete this user so that way I can start fresh and show you straight from the beginning how everything will work. When you first come in, you're gonna create a list. You're gonna click on list, and you're either gonna select a list that was already here that you want all names created for this event to be added into, or for this specific, or for a specific event, you create a new list. Okay. So then you would create a new list here. What I'm going to do is use this existing list that I have here, and I'm going to go to fields. I'm going to click on fields, and we're going to click on add a new custom field. We're going to make sure we're tick marked for text input. Click next. We're going to name this custom field custom URL. Click save. As you can see, the name of it is custom URL. Here is the short code or personalization tag of what it's being called for inside ActiveCampaign. So for my reference, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that and paste that right there, and I'm going to get rid of that. Alright, so let's slide this back over. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on Save Changes. We are going to click on Lists again. We are going to click on Integrations, Forms, and I have a form already created here. Let's go ahead and delete this form and we'll start fresh. So as you can see, there's no form here, so I'm going to call this EWP form test. We're going to have it go into this list. Click OK. And as you can see, you have full name and email. Okay, so we need to get rid of full name, and we need to add first name and email. Let's have that go first. First name and email go first, then email. easywebinar only needs to know first name, and ActiveCampaign does not give you the ability or functionality to change the name tag from first name to name. But easywebinar does recognize first name. It will just void out and not give you anything for last name because it doesn't see anything for here, and it doesn't cause any errors. It does recognize email. The next thing I want to do and show you is custom URL. I'm going to click on custom URL, and it adds it to this form. Nobody sees this form. This form is hidden behind the registration form inside easywebinar, and the custom URL never gets seen on the form of your registration page. This is just simply so that easywebinar can send the person who registers for your event. easywebinar issues out a unique URL to that person. Well, easywebinar can send back to your ActiveCampaign list that registrant's unique URL for that specific event. And I will show you how to integrate all this inside easywebinar very shortly. Next, what I want to do is I want to theme style. I'm just going to go with the bare bones here. And form settings. Subscription confirmation page is what I'm looking for because I want to redirect to a new URL. And inside easywebinar, we're going to go to the Actions tab and grab that URL right here. I'm going to paste it in here. Make sure it's all the way to the back. Click Save. It has been saved. It's saving. Okay. So now what I'm going to do now is I am going to go ahead and back up a little bit. I'm going to integrate with site. And we're going to grab this embeddable HTML. So we highlight in there, we Control C. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it into a notepad to paste. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to start editing. You see where it says form action here? And then you've got the style code here. This is the ending of the CSS. We're going to get rid of that. Okay. We're going to highlight all that style code, get rid of it, and now what we're left with is the beginning of your form code here. Click copy. We're going to go and click on edit the webinar. We're going to go to the notifications tab, where I'm going to select, this is where you can select autoresponder or both. I'm just going to keep it as autoresponder. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all this code. Okay, and I'm going to paste in the new form code. Now, the hidden URL, the custom URL that we created, that name goes inside here. But unfortunately, because ActiveCampaign does not give you the ability or functionality to name your merge code, you need to find it in a different way. Okay, now you can scroll up through here and you can find it. Okay. So there's email, field 61, here's your custom URL, field 5. What easywebinar looks for is an input type equals text, name equals name. Okay, the name would be for your first name. Okay, name equals, easywebinar is looking for what name equals so that it can associate, okay, what's in here. All right, so what's in here inside the code you pasted, in between the quotes, is field bracket 5 end bracket. You're going to copy that. Okay, see, I found it in the custom URL, input type. Name equals field 5. You don't need the quotations, just field 5. Field bracket 5 end bracket. Okay, that's what easywebinar will associate and send back the custom URL to ActiveCampaign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Save and Publish. We're going to go to the registration page. As you can see, the form is not broken. Before we do this, let's go back into lists. As you can see, there's 0 added onto this list. So what I'm going to do here Make sure no added lists are in here. Nobody's in here. Jim, JSAMPLESJR@gmail.com. Click register now. As you can see, I've been redirected to the thank you page like you're supposed to, because I put it into redirect into a different page. Okay. Here's the custom URL that will send me to the countdown timer because the event has not started yet. Okay, so what was sent to ActiveCampaign? First name, this email, and that URL. Let's go back to ActiveCampaign, still 0. I need to confirm my subscription. I've now been subscribed. I can now go into ActiveCampaign, click on the refresh button, and you'll see 1. If I click on that one, you'll see that my first name was added, my email address was added. If I click on myself, okay, on this user, it had given me my unique URL. So what I'll do is I'll take these last 4 digits, 091D, 091D, so you can see that my unique URL has been passed to this list. So now inside ActiveCampaign, now I can send out my reminders for my upcoming event. Now this works well for live events, for recurring events. It gets kind of tricky. When it comes to recurring events, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do a combination of both your ActiveCampaign and built-in. So now let's go to campaigns. And let's go to this draft that I have here. It's what it is it's a one-time draft that I'm sending out. Now I should be able to embed that with personalized content, custom URL, automatically fills it. This is just simply a simple text mail going out. You should be able to also add pictures into your campaign that's going out and embed this custom code into that image. So not only will it be displayed in a URL, or alright, it's not going to let me do it because I've selected the wrong campaign. Right now what it's going to do is this is going to say here is a test for, and it's going to put in the actual URL because this is a text email. I didn't select anything with images, so therefore I don't have any type of editor control to hyperlink this short code behind an image or behind actual text for that matter. Alright, so it's not going to let me do that. It's just a simple text. So what we'll do next is we will click on next. Warning, unfortunately Yahoo does not let anyone send email using Yahoo email address as from email. Okay, so what I had to do was change out the Yahoo email address to a Gmail address, and I was able to send the email campaign out. So let's go ahead and refresh this. Okay, looks like it has not arrived yet. I'll pause it and we'll see from here. Okay, so as you can see, it's came in through as me. Click on it, and as you can see, it auto-fills in the registration URL. Here is a test for blah, blah, blah. Click on it, and it automatically takes me to the event, which is now over. But that's how the unique URL system works. And I hope this video is very helpful, and you guys have yourself a great day.